The story in my head views forgiveness like a large octopus, lots and lots of moving parts. And a couple of those legs are not about gifting somebody else our forgiveness. It's about seeking it from others. It's about crafting a skillful apology and then making amends. That's what today's quickie is about. Check it out. Part of the forgiveness process that we really cannot ignore is not just the aspect of giving someone forgiveness, it's the act of asking for forgiveness. Recognizing when we have wronged someone, when we have harmed someone, when we have injured them, hindered them, been an obstacle in their path, and we have an emotion that goes along with that, part of our alarm system, that lets us know that we have screwed up, and that's guilt. Ugh. An extremely powerful emotion, just like anger and fear. Guilt can eat at us like a cancer. It's like the trifecta of darkness and disease, in my opinion. Anger, fear, and guilt. And when I feel guilty, I hate it. Like, I'd rather feel angry, and I really dislike feeling that. But the guilt, man, that is heavy. It's heavy. It's a really loud alarm. And it's there for a reason. It's there to help me stay in my lane when I'm not exactly sure where the lines are. It helps me know that's a definite line. That's a boundary. I have crossed it. And I don't like it. I feel guilty about it. And I kind of want to curl up and get really small and really quiet because I really don't want any attention drawn to the situation. I don't want anything to highlight that shitty behavior that I just did, that really horrible thing I just said, or when I neglected this, that, or the other. Nope, I don't want to highlight that. I don't want anybody to look at me. I feel guilty. Those are the times that I would like to ask for forgiveness. Again, using my ego to my benefit. If I do it solely for the selfish, ego-driven reason that I don't want to feel guilty anymore, that's good enough for me. That is good enough for me. I would like to one day be evolved and say, I am going to ask for forgiveness because of the great care, love, and concern I have for you. But right now, today, I'm just going to start with me. And I don't like to feel guilty. And so when I do, my alarm has gone off and said, oh, Amy, you have screwed up. And it's a good time. It's a good opportunity to practice asking for forgiveness. Hard work, like everything else. To accept responsibility for myself. To acknowledge my actions, my words, or lack thereof. To say out loud to somebody else, I did this. Is extremely scary. It takes a whole lot of courage. And because of that, I will often wrap it up. I wrap it up in stuff like, well, I did this because you did that. Okay? Yeah. Or I did this because I had no choice. You made me do it. You made me do it. Yeah, I did X, Y, and Z, but it's because you made me. Yep, I've said that out loud more than once. And what message does that give? I'm giving myself the message that I have no power, right? Because I can't control my own actions. I'm not in charge of my own actions. And I'm basically telling the other person they're a superpower because they can, in fact, be in control, have power over me and my actions. No, that is no longer okay. Nope, not anymore. When I don't have the courage to just admit I have done this, I will sometimes wrap it in so much detail, just so much minutia, that it's hard to even, you have to, somebody would have to dig through the pile of shit to find some semblance of some half-assed apology. We all know what it's like to get some half-assed apology, something that's disgenuine. We dismiss it because it's bullshit, right? Not only do we dismiss it, it kind of irritates us even more because now we have the original whatever and then this lame juvenile apology, as though the rest of us don't do it. Also, we all do it. We all give lame apologies. And I think it's because we feel guilty and uncomfortable and we want to be small and quiet and we want it just to kind of pass over. But that's not really how it works. It becomes a rock in the stream. It changes the flow and it becomes an obstacle in relationships. So I don't want to give some half-assed apology. My leg in my forgiveness octopus is taking full responsibility for what I have done. I need to just go ahead and state, I did X, Y, Z. I don't need to excuse it. I don't need to defend it. I don't need to minimize it. Just state it. Own it. Just own it. If I had a magic wand, I'd say I was apologizing to somebody who also understands the steps of forgiveness. And then they maybe in that moment can say something like, oh, well, please explain to me the situation from your perspective. That's a lot to ask for. But I have an opportunity after I've just flat out stated what I have done to say, I am willing to share my perspective if you'd like to hear it. The second part of us asking for forgiveness involves some kind of like restitution, repair, some kind of mending, replacement. I don't know, some kind of action. We have to do something. A change is needed. A change is needed. Sometimes I'm apologizing for an incident, a mistake, an error in judgment, being thoughtless, being reckless. Sometimes I'm apologizing for a pattern that I have that is harmful or hurtful, damaging to relationships. And it's going to take a little time for me to change a pattern, change a habit, shift things up. I want to keep that in mind when I'm apologizing, right? Because we want to have realistic expectations. We want to be honest in our apologies. If we come out of the gate with, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I will never, ever, ever do that again, that's kind of bullshitty because it allows no room for my human error in the future. So my current experiment in apologizing goes a little something like this. I did this, that, or the other. I feel guilty about it. I feel embarrassed by my actions or lack thereof, and I want to apologize. I'm willing to share my perspective if you'd like to hear it, but really more important, I would like to hear the consequences you experienced from my actions. I want to see things from your perspective. I care about you. You're important to me. Our relationship is valuable, and therefore I don't want to continue to cause harm or injury or to hurt or neglect you. So I'd like to hear how I can do things different. I apologize, and I am committed to the change, and I ask for your patience. I ask for your forgiveness.